cabin crew, 5 minutes to landing, please. 5 minutes to landing. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the live stream on today, Trafalgar Day, the 220th anniversary of the Battle of Trafalgar. How about that? Right. How are you doing, Mikey? You're okay, matey?
I'm all right, buddy. How are you?
I'm grand. Thank you so much. Yeah, so what have you been up to? Anything fun? Anything particular you've been up to that you can share?
We did some more work on the 1919 omnibus from Mini Art today.
Very nice.
That was fun. Yeah, we did some random stuff yesterday on the live stream.
I did some very random stuff yesterday, I must admit.
Yeah,
I didn't do much of my ship. I did lots of other random things.
I didn't realise until after the live stream today as well. Today is the 59th anniversary of the Aberfan disaster.
Oh, is it? My goodness. Wow. Oh, that was horrendous.
Yeah.
Deary
Not
me.
I remember, but...
Well, no, it was a terrible day in history, in English history. It was a collapse of a couple of slag heaps, weren't there, from a coal mining or something? It collapsed and there's like a big landslide and killed a load of children in a school. It was awful. Absolutely awful.
The coal tip got waterlogged and it just caused a landslide and took out a school and full of kids and things.
Yeah. Oh, that's
in Welsh valleys.
Horrendous. Absolutely horrendous.
Yeah,
and then today, of course, a lot of us would have seen the on Facebook the pictures that ICM shared of their building. That one end of it's now missing thanks to the Russians.
Yeah.
Thankfully, no one was hurt in it, which was a minor miracle. And yet they're still producing stuff. So well done them. I hope they get themselves keep safe. Most of all, obviously, keep safe.
Yeah. And the French are missing some jewels.
Yeah. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. They're all around. So anyway, yes, Trafalgar Day. I've been up to all sorts of silly things and doing stuff. Lots of stuff. I can share some things. I've been building my Avro-Anson, my vintage Avro-Anson from 1963. This kit, not yet a vintage classic. This is actually a 1963 box, which has gone together amazingly well. Very, very nice. I've been building something else that I'm not going to talk about because it's a very quick one. I've done a diorama base. Ooh, concrete in the sand. Halfway through it. I haven't finished this yet, but I painted on the concrete earlier and done the sand. I'm going to do some rocks and stuff. And that is for my missile, so my SAM missiles, SA2 missile set, which is very good. And lots of lovely boys and girls won't have seen yet my big red Mayasashov VMT transporter in Models Heroes colours.
Yeah, it's cool.
Which will have on top the cargo carrier.
Don't show Nick that; he'll get jealous.
Yeah, and it's not a firefighter one, although it could be a firefighting thing. And eventually that will have hobnob labelling on the side for the hobnob build for the Friends of Models for Heroes at Telford, which isn't far away now.
No, it's not.
Actually, we do have one. I think we'll have another stream before. Will we have another stream before? Yes, we will. We'll have a stream on the Thursday, and then the Friday morning I'll be driving up to Telford.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's all very, very exciting. Hope lots of you are going to be there because then we can all say hi.
Yeah, I'll be driving down to Telford.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Up, down, across, however you want to get there. Make sure you do. And I'll be there all weekend and just, you'll see me around. I'll be wearing the uniform of one of my uniforms. Just pop up and say hello. If I'm actually standing next to a camera and talking to someone, it looks like I'm interviewing them. Probably not a great idea to say hi. But any other time, please do say hello. If I'm chatting to someone on a stand or ever, and you just, actually, can I just go? Yes, you can. Please come. But remember, I keep saying you, and a lot of you keep forgetting. the majority of you, I don't know what you look like. So please say, hi, I'm whoever you are. And
whatever your YouTube name is, because we don't know your real names.
Absolutely. You don't have to share anything with me the earlier one. So if you want to say, hi, my name is, and just use your YouTube handle, that's cool. If you want to use your real name, that's fine too. I don't care. My real name's Gary, because there we go. That's the way I have to do things. But anyway, yeah. Should we start going through a little bit of the chat and catch up on that? You think?
Yeah.
Oh, beer of the night, by the way, is Asahi Dry for me.
Guinness for me.
That's better. Oh, Simon John's here. Yay. Oh, you can be here for an hour. My goodness me, Simon, what luxury. I haven't opened your latest Matchbox yet. Matchbox challenge box yet. I haven't even had, that's the first sip of alcohol all night. God, what's going to be like by 9 o'clock? God only knows. So, yeah. I haven't done the shoot with that yet, so I still don't know what's there. So, but I'm going to start working on a lot of them now, try and clear the backlog. There's some amazing kits coming from there.
Nice.
Joe, hello, dudes. Don't worry about things like that. Drink of the evening, as I say, it's Asahi beer to celebrate having been to the summer of the weekend.
Oh, he sent it twice, I think.
So good, he sent it twice.
Oh, he's changed it slightly.
Oh, right, okay. Good. Anyway, or you can't, Sarah, but a very, very good reason. Hi, Bob. How are you, my friends? Doesn't matter. We all make a fool of ourselves on these things. That's half the fun.
Yeah.
Ian's here. Evening, early birds. Simon Joe Bob. Yes. Kev T's here. Hello, Kevin. How are you? Nick. Hello, everyone. Hello, Nick. How are you doing, my friend? How's your hand? I think Nick did something. Had some incident with a vegetable peeler or something, stopping in modelling for a little while. So.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying about that.
Yeah, it was a comment on one of the videos the other day. Hope you're getting better, Nick. James is here. Good evening from Taunton. Hello, James. Adrian's here. Good evening, one and all. Good evening, Adrian. How are you? Nick, mystery box is here. Ready and waiting. This could be hard or it could be crap. Oh, it could be either. It could be both. Who knows? Adam Skywalking says here. Says hi all. How are you doing? Travis is here. Morning all. Hi, Travis. Darren is here. Hello, everyone. Just some painting. Okay, no problem. You can just listen as long as you like. No big deal. Like, I know a lot of people do. Philip Jones is here. Good evening, Philip. Darren, hi, everyone. Looking forward to another great evening. So am I, Darren, Carol, and Courtney. Excellent. The whole family's watching.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's lovely. James is here. Good evening, Gary and Mikey. Hope all is well. Yeah, everything's grand. Thanks, James. Robert's here. Hello, Robert. Hope we're all well. Indeed, we are. Thank you. Julian's here. Good evening, Julian. Hello, you. Nigel's here. Evening all. Happy guessing. Good evening, Nigel. David's here. Good evening, Gary, and everyone in the chat. Good evening, Dave. Hope you're well, mate. Thanks for dropping in. Marcus is here. Good evening. Good evening.
Hey, Marcus.
Julian, you're one behind Nick tonight. Could go either way. Could go either way, Julian. So he's 1 point behind. Needs to get some difficult ones in. Matt's here. Hello, Matt. Good. How are you? James is here. Hello, fellow modelers. Hello, James.
Hello.
Mark is here. Hello, Mark. Stand by your beds or someone else's. Winko Evans has landed. Oh, yes. I never actually came across that one before. Yeah. Stand by your beds or someone else's. Stand by a bed. Barney's here. Hi, Barney. How you doing, mate? Good to see you.
Barney.
Jack's here. Hey, Jack. How are you? Good evening to you. Jack Daniels is good. I can't read that. Boss Mustang UK builds, of course. Boss Mustangs. Evening all. Rum rations all round. Splice the main brace.
Main brace.
Pipe hands. Splice the main brace.
I've got some rum in the kitchen. I just forgot.
I haven't got any. I can't touch spirits most of the year, so I keep them for Christmas. Chris is here. Hi, Chris. Evening around. Hope it's a good one. I hope it's a good one too, mate. Means you'll come back. Hi, Hobbit Time. How you doing, mate? Kev's here. Oh, rum would be nice. School night, though. So, yeah, I know. I know. If I started drinking a few rums, then tomorrow basically wouldn't be happening. Jacob's here. Hi, Jacob. You right, mate? Julian, evening, Gary and Mikey. His shelfness wasn't here for Chaga. That I'm sure he'd have committed to modelling a floaty thing. Yes, absolutely, of course, because we all know his shelfiness loves floaty things. He doesn't. He hates them. And here, just bought the 80 colour kit in support. Oh, the ICM kits. Oh, well done, you man. Well done. That's really good. Dane's here. Evening all. Hello, Dane. How are you? As always, wishing yourself, Mikey, Gary, and chat a relaxing evening. Relaxing would be lovely, wouldn't it? I mean, it may sound a little bit like Over the Skies of Hanoi in about 1973 at times, but we have a very, very large Asian community in this part of West London, and it's Diwali. So there's a lot of fireworks going off. I don't know. James, not for Monty's Caravan. I'm still doing Monty's Caravan, the Matchbox one. That's one of the many things that's going on at the moment. George Davies is here. Hello, George. How are you? David Lamb's here. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, David. Good to see you here. Oh, Matt from Model Minutes. Good evening to you. Hope you're well too. Haven't heard from you for a long while, mate. Kefty checked the server booked for one night. It's £100 more expensive now. I know that it's this dynamic pricing thing, isn't it? As soon as people start buying it, it's like, that's it. Start knocking up the pricing. It's crazy. A single 1/72 Lancaster nose art decal printed. I guess, well, first thing I would say is get some decal paper and print it at home, maybe. But I don't know where else you can get something like that.
Ooh, 2 seconds.
Dave is gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so very much, Dave. That's very kind of you, man. Really kind of you. Excellent. So 5 of you are now channel members for next month. So on Saturdays, you'll be getting a special video each Saturday featuring myself just sitting, chatting, a bit like this, but chatting about a lot of stuff around the channel and different things and this and that, and sometimes going off on slight tangents and rants, things like that. It can be quite amusing. It can, but you know, but it's also a bit more background information, a bit more sort of chatting, a bit more information about what I'm thinking of how to develop the channel, or ideas I've had, or things that have been suggested, or other things that are going on. So it's cool. Thank you very much, Dave. That's very kind of you, my friend, to do that. Dane, I won't be able to make stuff this year. Oh, that's very sad. Dane, I always look forward to seeing you. And not because you normally end up giving me something while in a kit while I'm there, but because I like seeing you. Kev, I don't know my real name either. Take more water with it, Kev. It's my advice. Take more water with it. Yeah, you'll find out one day. Kaylee, hi Kay, how are you doing? That's nice of you to turn up, my dear. Keeping an eye on what Mikey's up to. Good plan. Good plan. Here, evening all. Yeah,
she's
just
upstairs pulling the levers.
Yeah, making sure it's not dipping into that rum bottle. That's what it is. James, I don't look like my avatar, but my name is real. Okay, fair enough. Ollie, hello. Hi, my name is Ollie. Yes, I know who you are, Ollie. Sorry about my club the other day. Ollie, good lad.
I don't know him. Maybe he's speaking to me.
Been playing a bit too much golf and not making enough models. That's what it is. But a great lad. Leslie said, Leslie, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. And sipping anti-establishment IPA. Jolly good. That's kind. Hello, Phil. How are you, dear boy? Julian, I don't know what I look like either. Mirrors are so helpful, Rainy. Yes. Right, yeah. Yeah, well. 7 years bad luck. I mean, yeah. That's a vicious circle that becomes, isn't it? Travis, had a good chat with Mark Robson from Quarterly. Sorry, got to see his first Mark 5B Spitfire. Excellent. He's going to be at Telford, which would be really good for him. And there's the Halifax Project Halifax team, as it were. You know, the people who have pre-ordered it. They're having on Sunday. They're having a Project Halifax breakfast. They're hosting. And Mark will be there. There'll be a link up with Darren, the designer, and sort of doing all of that. That's going to be quite fun. Bud Zero for me couldn't find any no alcohol rum. Okay.
Tesco's in Holywell have it, Phil.
Yeah. And also, the other thing I saw in Tesco's the other day, one of my favourite gins is Whitley Neal Rhubarb and Ginger gin. It's gorgeous, and they do a zero version of that now. Amazing.
Yeah. Well, they do zero Morgan Spice rum in Tesco's.
Yeah,
and Phil lives down the road from me, so.
Oh right. He could come round in case you had any. Brilliant.
Yeah. All mine's alcoholic.
No alcohol rum, blasphemy. All okay, you managed to get a new project on the workbench. Excellent. I like your videos, Matt. I really enjoy them, mate. Yeah. Oh, finger's still swaddled and elevated, but it'll come off on Thursday. Well, I hope you don't mean the finger. I hope you mean the dressings.
That'd be unfortunate.
Yes, well, I'm going to try and learn that in Korean, Gary. I promise you. When do I start? It's 4:10 in the morning in Seoul. Welcome. This man's life is just bonkers. It really is. Absolutely crazy. Model minutes and projects are flying off the bench of Sea. Fury is now my stash after episode 1. Excellent.
We did that recently, didn't we? It's a live build.
We did indeed. We did indeed.
We did the 4 different schemes, or 3 different schemes.
Yeah, we did. Another reason to avoid vegetables, Nick. Yes or no? I have a butternut squash related scar even to this day on this finger. It slips and I pull back into the knife, and it's still a scar about 3 years later. Kev's not been doing much modelling. Get killed lots on Battlefield 6. 53-year-old reflexes don't quite cut it anymore. Yeah.
I remember my stepdad using. Do you remember those JML vegetable slicers?
Yes.
He used one of them and didn't stop at his fingers.
Oh, yeah.
He decided to carry on.
Yeah,
maintenance
and stuff like that. Terribly dangerous. Richard is here. Richard Forbes, good evening. Good evening to you, Richard. How are you? Alex here. Alex Smith, good evening. Oh, actually not had anything on the workbench for only 2 weeks. Life has been busy. Oh, my God. I hope everything's okay, though, Matt. You know, hope it's good busy, as they say. Bobby and Julian, Mikey, a few names I recognise now. Greetings, fellow plastic fondlers. Oh, yes. Yes, you'll notice more and more familiar names as the evening goes on, Gary. Don't worry. You're among friends, my boy. You're among friends.
We just follow each other around, really.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you all just picked up the Frog F4 K/M in mint condition? Oh, very good. Evening to Mikey. Sorry, mate. Hello,
right.
Mark.
Let you off.
Yeah. Matt, good morning. Evening. It's 5:30, a bit early for rum. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit. Well, I don't know. Good by waking up. Shock to the system and all that, I think. Not that I'm advertising it. Oh, you're currently finishing HMS Fearless. Excellent. 95% done. Famous last words. Probably still here at Christmas. Yeah, I've got HMS Fearless up here as well, and I really want to build that, but I want to get all of the little resin accessories you can get now from Starling Models to actually make it look a little bit better and get some. I know you're going to be surprised at this. I actually want to get some photo etch for it as well. Shock horror. Just that, and I'm going to do it in water, but with the back end flooded, so the boats, the little landing craft, are going in and out.
Nice.
That's a long-term project of mine to do that. But I've got the HMS Fearless, so I've got the easy bit. Someone says, don't forget to hit the like button, peeps. Julian Hall, Simon, 91 watching, 28 likes. Sigh. Fred Bear is here. Hello, Fred.
Hang on.
Okay. Gary rants never polishes Halo, not looking up. Yes, I know. Yes, I don't. I have rants, and then I just sort of go off on tangents when something takes my mind, and it's not great. I know. But, yeah, it's fun. Any bets on what Airfix will release at Telford this year? I'm not putting money on anything. I'd love them to do Halifax in 172nd, of course, but I don't know. I don't know what they'll be doing. Really don't know. It's almost like you just think, oh, just let them do whatever it is, because we'll either like it or we won't. We'll either be happy or we'll complain. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. And Dale won't tell me anything, so it's fine. Leslie's here, doing fine. I've pseudonym at work. I've signed it by accident once, signing a church check. All good. Oops. Greg say, oh, you started without me. Lol, evening all. Good evening, Greg. Thanks for coming along. Good to see you. James, Baron, probably something underwhelming. 1/24th bit was overhyped. Yeah, but it was. But then that wasn't going to be a Telford release anyway. That was a mid-year. But they did overhype it. I will absolutely agree with you. They played it like, oh my god, this is going to change model making forever, and it's like it's another version of the one we've released twice before. Like,
you're basically catching up with what the rest of the modelling world has been doing for years.
Yeah. By including photo etch and paint masks.
Yeah.
But whatever. It's still a lovely kit. It's still a hell of a kit as well. So it's still. Oh, sorry to see you guys go, Matt. Glad to see you too. I hope we will catch up soon. If you can make it to Telford, let me know. I'll definitely make sure we catch up at Telford. Otherwise, we have to wait till the next Airfix bash, I suppose, if they do another one. Soon to finish my Italy 172nd F-35B, but with UK planned weapons, Meteors, AIM-132s, and GBU-4s. Okay, nice.
Speaking of Gloucester Meteor, Moles Heroes got the raffle on, haven't they?
They have indeed. If you were watching Monday Matters, you'll know that as well, or if you've been catching up on any of our Facebook feeds, you'll know that Models of Heroes are going to have the first Meteor F8 in 1/32nd scale that comes off the factory line and is right. This one's correct. This is all good. Box it up. it's going to Models for Heroes, and Ravel have very kindly donated that to Models for Heroes for a raffle. So check out Monday Matters, because there's a link during the stream and also in the information box below, a link to click on it. Please, please, please support it. And again, if you are going to Telford, as I mentioned on the show, if you are going to Telford, do consider, if you're thinning out your stash, particularly if you're thinking, right, I'm going to go to Telford, really want to buy one of those, but I need some space, I need to thin this out. Whatever you're thinning out, take with you Hall 3, Models for Heroes stand, any unstarted kits, they will gratefully grab hold of. And it goes to a superb cause of helping former and serving members of the armed forces and the blue light responders who are dealing with mental health issues as a result of their service to our country. It's a fantastic charity. So please, please, please support me in any way you can.
I've got a unique Models for Heroes bit of merch coming.
Have you indeed?
I mean, it's entirely unique, as in there's only going to be one of them.
Ooh!
On order. It's a cup, and it says Models for Heroes on one side. On the other side, it says lack of model fibre.
Very good.
Because Malcolm sent me the link to see what I thought of it, and I said, it's really good. I said, but I can understand why people might find that a little bit offensive, given that it's a veterans organisation.
Yes.
And I said, but I've just ordered one. And he went, okay, but I agree with what you said, so I've taken it down now, so let me know.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
Because we can't risk causing offence. I said, all right, no problems. And I got an email through today to say it's been printed off and dispatched.
Oh, my goodness. You lucky devil. Oh, that is super. That's just such a great...
Yeah.
I think... And yes, I do get your point.
Yeah.
But also, I think we know that veterans in particular have got a very warped sense of humour at times. Yeah. And if anyone's going to find that funny, it is going to be them.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I thought it was brilliant because whenever we have committee meetings for Friends, Models or Heroes, or one of you guys can't turn up for the live streams, I always sort of give the explanation and go, I just call it lack of moral fibre, if you ask me. And
absolutely.
Just carry on.
Absolutely.
So I thought that's perfect for my channel.
Oh, that'd be great. Hey ho.
What we could do is I could do a similar thing on my merch store.
Yeah.
Just not have the M4H on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, in Hollywell Hospital yesterday, I'm part of having an ultrasound on a kidneys for her birthday. Oh, well, A, happy birthday, and B, I hope she's all right.
You buy the most romantic birthday presents, Phil.
Yeah, yeah. I bought you an ultrasound on your kidneys. Didn't enjoy yourself watching sumo? I loved watching the sumo. It wasn't me sumoing, David. I absolutely loved watching the sumo. I was just in absolute heaven. I hope they bring it back for a proper 15-day bus show next time, and not in another 34 years, which is what it is since the last one. I know that they announced at the end. They said, "Oh, we're looking at going to Paris very soon." So I turned to Maria straight away and said, "Fancy a trip to Paris?" And she just looked at me. So, okay, then that's a no. Then is it?
The way things are going at the minute, you might not make it out there. They might steal you or something.
Yeah, I mean, she did enjoy it, but not to the insane level that I did. I think she got quite excited towards the end as all of the sort of the atmosphere really ramped up into the last three bouts. The crowd was getting really, really loud and stuff. I think she got quite caught up in that. But yeah, not enough to go for a trip to Paris. Intentions at Telford to buy tools, paints and accessories, but no kits. But I know you will. Yes, you know you will. You know you will. Everyone does. Richard, feeling awful, full of the cold. Oh, you poor thing. Well, at least you can sit around and just watch this. It's not going to do too much. So, yeah. John Farrett, hi. Maybe Ethics do another space kit. I don't think they'll do another space kit until the landing system for Artemis is finalised and and all of that. And then they're going to have problems because part of it is done by SpaceX, and there's going to have loads of licensing issues around that.
I'm wondering if they're going to do a 135 vehicle, because when they brought out this year's releases, there was 176 vehicles, and it could be that they were using them as a test bed to see how popular they were.
Yeah, well, they did fairly well with the Stalwart.
Yeah, and with the
yeah. Well, it'd be great if they do. Oh, hi Ben. Getting ready for Telford and the Airfix Vintage Jag for the comp, fixing the kit properly. Yes. By removing the French and RF elements and putting it back into the maritime domain. Oh, right, I see. Right, okay. Making a Fleet Air on one, are we? That would be interesting. I know I did consider it at some point. Adam says donated £10 to raffle. Good man. It's a win-win. Absolutely it is. Thank you so much. That's really good.
Crack on with it now.
Yeah, I think we should. It's 8:30. So, here's the box. I'll get my measure. My steel ruler, which isn't capacious enough to contain this 33 centimetre long, 20 centimetre wide, and 5 centimetre deep package containing the mystery box for the Tuesday, October show. And so the box clue is as follows. The included history of this vehicle states that I'm a MiG-29 Fulcrum. This is very, very wrong. I missed out a very, but it's very wrong. So there you go. That's what it is. So one thing is definitely it's not going to be a MiG-29 Fulcrum. So what you need to do is guess what it actually is a kit of, what scale it is, and who made it. That's what we need to do. So if you can put clue or guess or something like that as the first word, that would help out enormously. Yes. But there we go. Just about a foot-ish long, 8 inches or so by 2 inches or so in old money, or about 34 by 20 by 4.5 centimetres in new money.
Yeah.
And that is
slightly bigger than A4.
Yes. A bit bigger and maybe tiny. No, sort of stretched. A4 maybe. So there we go. Guessing. Although there's not much to guess at from that, I guess, unless you happen to have built one of these kits and you remember that the included history says it's a MiG-29 when it isn't.
Jim says, greetings to all.
Hello, Jim. How are you, dear boy? How's Chicagoland today? Oh, good. That's good to know, Philip. Glad to hear that. Jacob comes in with Mr. Craft XFY1 Pogo in 1/72 scale. Oh, interesting.
At the minute, they're just saying hello to Jim.
Oh, well, of course. And why not? Why not? That's a very good thing to do.
Oh, and now he's giving us a weather update.
Excellent. Cloudy and windy in the Chicagoland area. In the Windy City, it's windy. How about that? How about that? James is coming with the Italeri 1/72 scale Sukhoi 27 C flanker. Not a guess, but I think it's a Mr. Craft kit. I recently bought their L-39 jet, and the history text on page 1 is for a Spitfire. So the history text is for a single-engine, piston-engine fighter of World War II, and not an L-39 jet-engine two-seat trainer.
No, okay? I like that. That's thinking out of the box, isn't it?
Oh, you got to love Mr. Craft. You actually you don't. Julian says Mr. C Harrier in 1/72 scale. Yeah, I've already been down there, Julian, as you well know. That was the worst kit I've ever built. James says, "Hi, Jacob. I think you're correct." Okay. You think there's loads of people going to boxes and looking up and instructions and trying to see which one's which. Julian, in fact, I was joking about Miss. Well, you'd never know. You never know. Jim says, Hasegawa 72nd scale F-15A Eagle. Well, the Conundrum is making me feel like Jeremy Clarkson listened to Gerald on Clarkson's farm. Not a clue. Lol. I'm assuming it's a Mr. Craft because how rubbish everything about them is. That's funny. James, I think so too, because I believe Model Minutes made up this kit. Oh, Matt made this. Well, you did make one of these, I think, recently. Yeah. Surely Nick wouldn't torture you with another Mr. Craft kit. Oh, you have no idea what Nick's capable of. You have
They're
no
all
idea.
going to be scanning through Model Minutes YouTube now.
Yeah, that's right.
Scale Mates is getting a break.
Yeah. Mark says 148 scale Revell Sukhoi 27. That'll be interesting. That's actually quite big because they're big bits. As it's Mr. Craft, might not even be an aircraft. That's very true. 172nd Italeri MiG-29 Flogger. What's Mustang? Box size make me think the talent to me a Hasegawa, but the history issues make me think Eastern European. Okay. Iron Eagle 2 used Israeli F4Es and called them MiG-29s. There you go. Soviet stealth fighter MiG-31 Firefox from Anigrand Kraftwerk in 148 scale. And Jacob says, can confirm the instructions do call it a MiG-29. Oh.
Please say we're not going to have to spend an hour and a half chatting random crap.
I'll have a look. I'll see a few boxes of stuff I can open up or something.
Yeah.
1/8 scale sumo wrestler. Oh, that would be pretty cool.
Still be about 50 pounds in weight.
Yeah. Adams Hasegawa F-15 Strike Eagle. Oh, Gary says Hobby Link Japan has 50% off all kits at the moment, if anyone's interested. Now, that's good. I mean, that starts to make shipping a reasonable option, and Hobby Link have a lot of interesting stuff on their pages. Especially if you can get together with someone else and share the shipping, that'd be even better. Hobby Time, Italy runs 76 scale MiG-23 Flogger.
That's it for now.
Well, the other thing, of course, is that Nick just likes people to keep guessing, and then he might not even mention it for ages. Sophie on mine, right, this would be very quick. It would be. To be fair, they probably use the same description of half their kits, knowing Mr. Craft. Yeah, they probably have, actually.
Yeah.
They probably have.
No need to apologise.
Yeah. Absolutely, don't apologise. Darren, the Hobby Boss 148 scale MiG-35. 176, so MiG-3. Okay. Mustang Boss, FX itself, with first in line of 124 scale land speed record cars. The first Bluebird, perhaps. Now, those would be really good to make. That would be a really interesting set of things to build. Yeah. Please say we're not going to spend an hour and a half talking about random crap as opposed to what, Mikey? Lol. Yeah.
I think Kaylee means Italeri MiG-29.
MiG-29 Fulcrum in 1/72 scale. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, love. I got you back. I know what you're thinking.
Off topic, but those wrestling pants must really hurt the old farmers. Ouch. The Mawashi.
Apparently they do, especially when it's wet from sweat. They chafe like hell, apparently.
Tamir 148, F-16 Top Gun Aggressor paint scheme. That's an interesting thought. Italia, absolutely, Kay. That would definitely interest yourself. Absolutely, it would. It would interest me, actually.
He hasn't won yet.
Should we hand it over to you, Rich?
Yeah.
You've got an hour 15 to fill, dude. Come on, join. Join in. No, Mr. Craft, it's a MiG 2.9 long, which rounds up to 3, so it's a MiG 3.
Yeah. Very
good point.
And that sort of looks like a Land Rover, but with the back of a Bedford.
Yes. Dan says, Mr. Craft 172nd Duatin D520. I'd like to make one of those. It's a lovely looking fighter. D520.
Never seen
it's one. Jobs, but you know, can't have everything. But they're actually quite an interesting looking aeroplane.
Got 101 people watching in a minute. Let's see if we can get those likes up.
Absolutely. Hit the like button. If you're liking it, hit the like button.
Yeah.
YouTube likes the like button.
Let's see if we can break the record for Gary's channel.
Do you happen to know what the record is, by the way? Because I don't.
No, that's you got your YouTube studio on your phone.
No, what I have. Not that I ever use it on my phone. God, I can't even find it. This is how connected I am, everyone. Oh, there it is.
Jim says, Tamir makes a 1/48 scale D520.
Excellent. I'm going to look that out, Jim. I will look for that. Absolutely. Definitely look for that. Because I'm really beginning to like bigger scales as well. Although I'm building a something or other in 1/72nd that I really like doing today. I've got my Anson as well and a few other bits and pieces. So things are going pretty cool with them. But I do like 1/48th. I'm loving 1/32nd. MiG-29 clue means it's actually a drinking vessel, mug number 29. Yeah, that could well be, Simon. Could well be.
Harvey Time says PM models 1/72nd F-16C Aggressor.
Oh, PM models. Yeah. I don't know where it is. But, the Tamir kit is well overdue for a repop. It's hard to find now. Oh, I'm sure we can. I'll have a chat with my friend Nick and see if he knows where he can get one. Boss Mustang, Italy do the big Fiat Mephistopheles, but that's about the only one I found, and certainly no British or American ones. Yeah. That's strange. I remember having dinky toys of Bluebird when I was younger, but yeah, I'd never seen one as a kid. Damien's looking forward to the new 1/72nd scale F-14 from Tamiya. It does indeed look really good. Does look good. James, let's see, Venom was excellent. Thank you so much. You're surprised it took so long. Look, you know what the thing was, James? I would be building a bit. I get the fuselage and the engine together. Great, now that's got us a set, and I put it down, and then shiny things happen. And before I know it, a week has gone by. I thought, I need to put some, and it just took a long time. But once I thought, no, I've got to finish this now, prioritized it, then it went together really, really quickly for the rest of the time. Academy 1/48th MiG 29A.
Nothing yet.
No.
Yeah. But, Julian, could you have a look on Gary's channel and see what live stream has the highest amount of likes, please? So I think that'd be interesting to find out.
Absolutely.
And it'd be interesting to see if these live streams have a higher like rate than the old live streams that you used to do on your own. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
It might be that people don't like these ones as much, and you need to go back to working on your own.
Oh, that would be joy. No pressure there. Thanks, man. You just got the evening off. Darren says that MH 172nd scale F94C Starfire. Lovely.
I quite like the MH World War I kits.
Matt has the Tamiya D520 in the pile O kits. It took some finding. If it's a big pile O kits, then I'm sure it did. Doing the FX 148th now. Oh yeah, I've got one of those to do. Yeah, I'm having that trouble with the Wessex actually as well. The Wessex, I've built the fuselage, painted it, and it's just I've got to finish this. But I think because there's like a 2-week window where you really need to do a new kit.
Yeah.
Just after it's been released. Past that sort of 2-3 week window, 30 people have done it and no one's interested.
Yeah.
So you just say, "Oh, I'll build it when I get around to building it now." And then as soon as you say that, that's the worst thing, because you ain't going to get around to building it. So I need to force myself to finish that, get it done, get it up.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, the Dauntless. Oh, the Dauntless. Oh, suit you, sir. Ian's here. Hello, Ian. How are you doing, my dear boy? Good to see you. Jacob said the Wessex is tempting me away from the Nats, but I haven't fallen for it yet. Yes.
Oh. Yeah, that's a nice one. The Mark V and the Mark IV tanks are nice as well.
Mm-hmm. The ICO MiG-29 Fulcrum 930 radar hunter. That's the one with the harm missiles, I think, from memory. Trump to 148th F5 Talon, also in Top Gun markings, aggressor markings. That's it cool. MH 172nd Lag 3. Mark's curious to know where your beard ends and your pullover starts. Did you knit the pullover from your beard though? And it's all still like.
Well, it's not actually a pullover; it's a t-shirt.
Oh, right, okay.
It's a black t-shirt, but yeah.
Yeah. Gannett's still on the back burner. It's still there. It's not. I haven't thrown it away. It's still there. When I was at the club the other night, they said what they're going to do for the Christmas meeting, because people bring along their work in progress and they bring along their finished kits and all that. For our Christmas meeting, we're going to have a shelf of shame show and tell. So what kits you've got that you've spent the longest staring at that's half finished? And so I'm going to take on the Gannet and my MiG-21 that I started about 3 years ago. That I've done the cockpit, and that's it.
I want to do a Gannet one day. I was looking at the Airfix Gannet last night.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's a lovely kit. I just got sidetracked.
Well, because our local college is the one where they do all the Airbus apprenticeships.
Right.
They used to have a ferry Gannet as a gate guard outside.
All right. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I always remember that as a kid.
Fantastic. Have to look for the Mark IV and the Mark V.
They're not bad kit, 135 scale. They're actually really good. They're really simple, but they lend themselves really well to focusing on detailing and painting and things rather than the build inside.
Oh, Crazy Rocha. How you doing? Oh, thanks very much, mate. Oh, got a package on the way. Oh, now I'm interested. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well, by the way. Hope things are better than they were the last time we heard from you. Things were on top of you a little bit last time. Hope things are better. Get in touch. Have a chat. And he's also sent 10 more memberships. Thank you, dude. Really. That is so kind. So, yeah, another 10 of you are going to be channel members. Welcome to the channel. And thank you so much, dude. That is so kind of you. Really, really appreciate it. We all miss you here. I hope you know that. A lot of people miss hearing from you. What's my saying? Getting tempted away by a 1/24th 1970 Pontiac Trans Am. Ooh. And howdy, everyone. Indeed. Howdy, dude.
Yes, there was next, because when I went to college, I did motor vehicle maintenance, and we shared a hangar with the Airbus lads, and they had a jet provost. And the reason they had a jet provost is because at the Broughton site, where they have Harden Airfield, is where the Strike Master display team's based.
Right.
So they've got provosts dotted around the airfield. And Strike Masters and MiGs and all sorts. Nice. You can just walk up to them and climb on them and things.
Jacob said, from the Airfix 1 Seeking was on the shelf of shame for a while, which was strange because I love the aircraft and the kit. I know it's a strange thing. This sort of it's not necessarily even a mojo thing, because you can go away from one kit straight into another kit and be right up with it straight away, hit the ground running. It's not that you've just gone off of model making. It's just something is not inspiring you for a while. And I know and I don't like doing undercarriage. Everything I do has got undercarriage down, normal, I would say, but it just bugs me. And I know I've got to do the undercarriage on the Gannet and then set the wings. And am I going to put the rockets on them? Am I going to do this? And I've got to do the bomb bay, and it's all like, oh, that's too much. Because, of course, quite often I think I used to. Now, this is the key for me. It used to be, I've got to build every option because this is a channel showing people how to do everything. So I've got to. Now I think, no, I'm going to build it how I want.
Yeah.
And then say, well, if you want to put rockets on, this is the time you should be drilling the holes to the rockets. I'm not going to. So my Sea Venom hasn't got rockets on. It hasn't got the wings folded. But, getting to a point I just want to enjoy what I'm doing as well. It's not that I don't want to please people, because obviously I do, because then they watch the shows and then YouTube give me money. That's what it's all about. But I think if I'm more involved in the thing and more excited about the build, then the videos are going to be better. Yeah. That's just what I think. I know you've said the same thing to me in the past, and it's very, very true.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, because most modelling channels, certainly the big ones, always trying to sort of get the latest build or the latest kit up on their videos. I think you're missing something by if you've focused on vintage kits more, because that seems to do well for your channel anyway. Yeah. Because you hardly see any channels where they're building vintage kits. Yeah, exactly. So, like vintage kits and all the weird and wonderful stuff Nick sends you. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Create your own little corner of YouTube.
I've got that. I've got another vintage kit, my missile thing. I'm starting the Bloodhound missile now. So I'm going to do that in a diorama set as well. Actually, almost identical to the one I've done for the SAM 2. So they can sit next to each other, the same sort of vintage of missiles. I've got a starter set, well, not a starter, a gift set, but from a while back that I'm working on. I've got the Matchbox. The Matchbox ones obviously are very, very good. So I'll still do new kits as well. There's plenty of stuff I want to do. I mean, as soon as I can grab hold of one of the new Edward hybrids, I'll do that, because I really want to try what they're offering. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. More vintage, and I love them. It's going back to my childhood building. Yeah. I built an Anson when I was about 8, which would be years ago. So there's a bit of interference on the internet there. Yeah. But I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. And I think if I enjoy the builds more, then
I said to you last time we did a stream when we were talking about it, when you start talking about the old vintage kits, you light up again. Yeah. You sort of back to life as a modeler.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And there are things that I've been building that, that are more contemporary, more recent kits, but they're interesting to me. And Yeah, I'll do. If Airfix release a Halifax at Telford, sure as hell that's going to be built as soon as I get home.
Yeah, that
will be built straight away. That'll go right to the top of this, but not because it's a brand new kit. Because I love the Halifax. I've got a Ravel one. So if Airfix launch one at Telford, I'm building the Ravel one.
Yeah,
things like that. And we'll see. We'll see. But
we've got sidetracked.
I know. See this. All of you who have got a channel membership, this is your Saturdays from now on for the next month.
Well, only you don't have to put up with
video
me.
Just like this, me sitting there thinking about something and saying, "Oh, I did this. I've started doing this." And by the way, I was thinking the other day, and then for 20 minutes I'll talk about something completely different. But so far, I haven't had anyone leave a comment saying, "Oh, for God's sake, Gary, stick to the point." People seem to be quite enjoying it. So yeah, it's just who I am. It's the way the old brain works, which is not very well at the moment. But it's good. It's good.
Should we put the second clue up?
I think so. I think we should put the second clue up. Designed to operate from small warships. So it's definitely not a MiG-29, although they say it is, and it's designed to operate from small warships.
Mm-hmm. So, got guesses.
Oh, FX-172nd Top Gun F5E Tiger to the MiG. That's I remember that.
We're so like kids with ADHD sometimes.
Totally. A Revell 150th Russian Flatler Yak-25. Now that would be interesting. The Yak-25. I like those old Soviet steel, I call them, like the 50s and 60s prototype things. I love all of those. 172nd scale MiG-29 Fulcrum German Special from Hasegawa. Okay. I've got some great kits in my stash. However, I've dug out a couple of Pegasus Hobbies 148 snap together kits. Just want the fun of building as I did when I was a kid. Absolutely, Ian. That's what I love as well. I love things that just go together. As well as
a really good thing for that is if you get just a cheap 172nd biplane or something like that, and just build it and just think to yourself, I'm a kid making a model for the first time, and you just paint it however you want. Don't worry about colour schemes or anything like that. Just go crazy with it. Well,
hence how much I enjoyed doing this.
Yeah.
Because the VMT was never this colour, and it certainly didn't have models for heroes colours on. But I did it for a different purpose other than for making a kit of an aeroplane and trying to represent it. I did it to have a laugh and take it to Telford and put it on the Friends Models for Heroes stand, along with everyone else's amazing hobnob builds.
I've got a 172nd Albatross on the shelf that I did because it was so badly molded. It looked like it had been molded by a kid or filed down by a kid. So I just went, I'm going to paint it like a kid. So it's got different coloured wings. It's got splodges of colour all over the place. And I've kept it on the shelf just because it's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Nick has made an announcement.
There wasn't
a channel record-breaking winner.
There we go. We all know who it is. Let's face it.
Yeah, there's not much sort of peril in this, is there? Really?
No. So what we'll do is I'll go back up through the comments.
Yeah. So I know Crazy Load should have to load of remarks, and people are saying hello to him, and there's lots of other good things going on as well. So I'll do this and not slice my finger open. Although Nick probably knows a very good doctor. Nick Andrews' fault.
Jacob says, I'm the same because I love doing the maximum amount of optional bits and show off as much as I can, but those bits do drag on.
Yeah, I mean, there are times when I do go like full out on a kit and go, right, I want to put everything on it. I want to put every weapon option it can carry and things like this. There are times when I will do that, but that's just because the mood strikes me for that particular plane or whatever at that particular time. That's what I want to do. But you know how people said to me earlier, "Oh, Nick would never do that to you, Gary." I've recognised the colour of the box. It is the one, the very only XFY1 Pogo.
Nice.
Mr. Craft.
That's going to be fun.
Oh, I am so building this. I know Matt did it recently, and Matt's a brilliant model maker. I really like his videos, but I am still going to do this. I'm going to do this in a different colour scheme. KP issued these as well, Conservative Plus of that we're all quite familiar with. But when they do things, obviously they do like multiple colour schemes.
Yeah.
And they did a Fleet Air Arm colour scheme. So I'm actually quite liking the idea of doing this as a Fleet Air Arm test vehicle with wonder if I can get a 1/72 very worried looking Winkle Brown to go with it.
Concord says, my unmade kit in my stash is a 30-story high-rise by Gauge Master.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Ooh. Nice.
Jacob, who is our winner,
yes,
says, the weird and wonderful stuff you do has inspired me to do similarly weird and wonderful kits. For example, the Eon Eaton that I think you unboxed.
Do you know, I don't think I actually did a proper unboxing video of that. But yes, it's a glider. A very, very open glider. And yeah, I need to actually build that because I quite like it. I'm going to plug in my other camera, and then I can put that on, then I can put the light on, then I can show everyone what this actually looks like, and we can all have a laugh together. Well, you can all have a laugh, I can cry gently into. Okay, that's on that song. I'll change the camera.
I can remember it's Gary.S. Evans, isn't it?
No, just Gary S. Evans, no dots.
Yeah. Okay.
So Gary stuff at GarySEvans.com.
So you keep deleting it, and I have to keep putting it in.
I don't delete anything. The system deletes things.
By the way, Jacob, do you have a relative called Reg? Is he by any chance a policeman in the East End?
Ooh.
Reg Deadman from Goodnight Sweetheart.
Ah, no, see, I never watched that, so that one passed me by, I'm afraid. Before I show, should I show the good boys and girls that I was doing earlier? Because I think it's. I've been doing a Jet Provost, you see.
Ah.
Right, but I've painted the seats up and put. I'm really enjoying this, but I'm doing this in the camouflage version. The one for. No, it's a RAF one from 79 Squadron at RF Broady. They used it to teach forward air controllers, actually. So it's a Mark IV, a T4 Jet Provost, but it's in full camouflage. I've got the decals right. I think Airfix may have released it with the camouflage, but this is the little special from a couple of years ago. It's a lovely little club. Really nice.
Just before you go on, there's a cool message from Damien. He says, yes, more vintage kits. I have a collection of them with about 50 kits in it. All box, Airfix, Frog, and Esky. Even have the Airfix 00 scale Harrow Steam Loco kit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I've got the Dapol ones then that use the same mold.
Excellent. Oh, superb.
There's a really weird tapping coming through your microphone.
It's the fireworks.
Oh. Sounds like the song.
Yeah. Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. You ever down the range, you used to hear the weapon go off, and then the reflection from the butt.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. It's driving me crazy. And it goes it will go on till about 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
It's pathetic.
Crazy Locha says, whether it's new or older kit, it's a matter of if you are invested in it, and that's where the joy shines.
Thank you, Crazy Locha. Yeah, I'm you're right. I do. How can I put this? The mood I'm in when I'm making a kit does come over very clearly.
Yes.
If I'm doing it because I think I really have to be making this, even though I'm not enjoying it, it's going to sound awful. And that, of course, is not good because people just think, well, this is a rubbish video, and they won't watch another one. So that's very stupid. So, yeah, I just need to worry more about enjoying things and letting that come across, and not worry so much. Because the views will be there. The views will come along.
Yeah. Don't worry about keeping up with the Joneses. Just have fun.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that Jones is a complete what's it anyway.
Julian says, 100% agreed. The USP of Gary's channel is the vintage, old, weird stuff. All the stuff nobody else does.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the vintage, old, weird stuff. I also make some kits.
And fully enough, nobody else does it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hi, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie. How you doing, fella? As you can see, things have been fine.
James says, nostalgia is a very wonderful and powerful emotion.
It absolutely is. Which is why, of course, vintage classics work for FX. It's a nostalgia. And why Matchbox kits are so joyful for me to make, because I remember them. I absolutely remember them. So there we go.
Locha says, good mix. James Mayer says, older stuff for me.
Absolutely.
Jacob says, what aircraft is that Models for Heroes build?
It is Meisterschaft VMT, it's called. If you hold on a second, I will get the box. And because I'm multi-talented at this stuff, he says before he makes that complete dog's what's it of the whole thing, I'll change the camera back to where we were. Camera, there we go. Yep, it's this kit here, the Meisterschaft VMT Atlant. This was used by the Russians to transport parts for spaceships, for space missions.
Mm-hmm.
Not the orbiter, the Buran, essentially their space shuttle. They didn't use it for that. They used the Antonov 224 for that, the 6-engine thing. This was used to carry components and payloads for large rocket launchers. It's a converted Bison bomber, actually. But I thought the side pod, the pod there would look great with hobnob branding on it. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I thought I'd paint it red rather than completely white. So I think it'll be fun. Be fun. Again, it's fun, and I've enjoyed doing it. It's just been a hoot doing that. It's been completely crazy, but I've loved every minute of it.
Jacob said model minutes being in the chat's probably what reminded him.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me one day.
Yeah. I did have a model of a Westie.
Did you?
Don't think it is it was given to us. It's actually like an ornament, let me say. It's not a model, it's an ornament. Made one. And somehow I think Maria may have done something. Anyway, one of the ears got broken off. And lost completely. So I thought, I'll have a go at doing that. And I got some milliput and fashioned a new ear for it and copied what the sculptor had done on the original. You wouldn't know it wasn't there originally. I'm so proud of it. I was like, all these days modelling. And I said to Maria, all that time has now come worth it for you. Yes, I know I've made a lot of plastic kits, but in that time I've learned skills that one day I thought they're going to be absolutely critical to something that you need. And it was replacing the ear on this plaster Westie. It's all been worth it. Yeah, she wasn't that convinced either, but there we go.
Jacob says, if I remember correctly, the build itself was fine, but Matt's decals weren't that good.
Okay.
So
I'll have a nose around and see how they get on, and if they're rubbish, I'll just put some replacements on. I've got tons of them.
Kev says, did I just see Gary's sub number click over to 22.3 thousand?
It did. It went over the 300 last night, I think. Yeah, 22,303 or 4, I think. Yeah, it's all very nice. All very good. Doesn't matter, Richard. It's fine. Here you go. I think quite a few people did that. I think a few people. I've got to see. It is absolutely. Yes, here it is. A Mikoyan MiG-29 reporting named Fulcrum is a 4th generation jet fighter aircraft. It is indeed. This is not a kit of one, but thank you for telling me about it. In German as well. And in German. The Mikoyan MiG-29 Copenhagen. Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Rob says, looks like I've missed the guess the kit bit. How's the run ration going? If you blinked and you would have missed it, mate. Who's got on first guess?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Julie says, okay, after checking every live you've ever done, Gary, the most likes was for this year's Airfix range, with 286 likes. The nearest normal one was 183. The first ever got 186.
Wow.
There you go.
That's strange. Wow. This year's Airfix range announcement. Okay. Nice. Yeah. That's interesting to know. Oh dear, Mark. Oh dear. Frog kits, you don't need glue, just rivet. Oh, dear me. That's just not too bad. That's not that bad, really. Rivet. Oh dear me. So the cockpit doesn't have a K in cockpit. Okay, that's excellent. Main rotor assembly is in bits. You have to do it yourself. Excellent. Main wings, yes. Propeller and fuselage nose. Various parts installation. Excellent. Okay. Well, I've got to build it. Really, do have to build it.
Well, GM says, Gary, I've built a lot of jet provosts got a lot of jet provosts on the go, but only seen them in grey. JP4. What are the camouflage colours of your provost?
Right, this one is here. This is what I'm doing at T4 Exo Romeo 679 79 Reserve Squadron. Tactical weapon 1984. It would have been #1 tactical weapons unit actually. Extra decal. Just saying. I saw it there in about 78, 79. So it's dark sea grey and dark green, which is kind of an interesting combination.
So World War II, sort of late World War II Spitfire colours.
Yeah, kind of actually, yeah. Which is odd for
dark sea grey and dark green.
Yeah, by 84, I would have thought they'd be doing like the ocean grey and dark green. Anyway, it later appeared in the all over grey of the same aircraft 5 years later at Broady. But yeah, I'm doing it as this one because that's what I saw. Because we're nosing around the airfield, and apart from there being like loads of hunters and hawks, which were really cool. There was a T7 Meteor, 2-seat Meteor there, and there was this part there, and I said, "What on earth is a JP doing in camouflage?" And he said, "Oh, they use that for forward air controller training." Sure, that's really cool, and I like the fact it's got the old squadron markings on it as well. So that's the one I'm going for. Yeah. So there we go.
Nick is now 3 points behind.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you gotta send over something tricky, mate.
Well, think about it. It doesn't get any points because they got it on the very first guess of the box clue.
Yeah,
So
true enough. That's true. Yeah, I think that could go to adjudication. Not very many parts to it, I'll say. Well, now this is going to sound weird, but they don't look all that bad. However, I've yet to try and assemble them from past experience. Well, it's going to be an interesting thing to build. It's a wild machine. I'm just a crazy aircraft. So, yeah, it could be a laugh. It could be fun. I think positive about it. It's a weird. I love weird stuff, so that's good enough for me. Nick, that's an absolute beauty, mate. Thank you. But,
Charlie said, go on.
Sorry,
Charlie says, "Oi lads, any thoughts on the Airfix Buccaneer 172nd? Looking forward to getting that one."
Well, I like the Buccaneer. I've got one to do. I've built 2 of them so far. I built the S2 in the Fleet Air Arm colours, the all over extra dark sea grey colours, and then I converted one to an S1. I got a resin conversion set with the smaller inlets and the smaller exhausts for the Gyron Junior engines that they originally came with. It was interesting because when they got my dad's Squadron 800 were flying the Mark 1 Buccaneer.
Yeah.
So I'm just getting the back. Okay. They're flying the Mark 1 Buccaneer after they had the Scimitar. So flying Scimitars, and then they converted to the Buccaneer. But they had to keep on 4 Scimitars in 800B Squadron as mid-air refueling aircraft, because the Buccaneer, it's a combination of not having much of a powerful engine. The Gyron Juniors were not powerful engines. And HMS Eagle, they were embarked on not being a terribly big aircraft carrier and not having very powerful catapults. Yeah. You couldn't actually take off with a full weapons load and a full fuel load in the Buccaneer. So you took off with about 30% fuel if you wanted to bomb it up completely. And the first thing you do is take off, climb to altitude, refuel. And then you could refuel in midair and actually have enough mission fuel. So they kept on 4 Scimitars. And that's 800B Squadron is the one you'll see a Scimitar. And on its tail is a foaming beer mug logo, which I think is one of the best logos ever. And when DBMK get around to launching their 146 Scimitar, probably late next year, that will be one of the options. Will be an air-to-air refueling 800B Squadron 1, which is excellent.
Nice.
Oh, Simon, unfortunately, Duvet o'clock. Simon, so glad you could join us, mate. Really, really good to see you. And I will do the next one, and I'll let you know what I think. James, what's green and hard? A frog with a flick knife. Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me. Oh, are people being bored now? Frog annoying a librarian. Every book he's shown us at Reddit. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. You're encouraging each other now, aren't you? Boss Mustang. Mark, same for me, about 68. And I'm still working through the stash now, along with bits I've added. Oh, 1,000 kits. My God. Absolutely crazy. I think I've got too many back there. Well, I have got too many back there. Might take a few up to Telford. There's a privately owned jet province at Cranford in the 80s, painted in the broadly camouflage scheme. Excellent. Very nice. Sultan of Oman Air Force from Mirbat in the early 1970s. Let me see what they... This set has RF1 from Cranwell, Sri Lankan Air Force, the 2 Broady ones, South Arabian Air Force at Hormscar in Aden in 67, one from Venezuela, Kuwait. No, hasn't got that. Hasn't got that one. I'm sure someone would do that. Isn't one of the two Strike Masters in Omani Air Force colours from memory? I think.
I don't know. All the ones up here are in camouflage.
Yeah, it's in a camouflage. Let me think. Omani is a red triangle, red and white, a red triangle with white stuff on it. I think. I think one of them's in those colours because I think we sold them Strike Masters from memory a long time ago. Yeah. I don't know. Question: the FX Mozzie is this a new? Yes, it is a new release. It wasn't in the catalogue. They do this every now and again. They do release things that aren't in the catalogue, and there are many reasons why they do that. Large parts of the problem that they have is the shipping from India to the UK, which I've mentioned before. Generally, now they have to go via South Africa because no one goes through the Red Sea because of the Houthis trying to blow the ships up, which is one thing. And they can't get insurance for going through there, so they don't go through there. And so it takes quite a long time, and the time it takes is a little bit uncertain sometimes. And also, these things come on these huge, like 10,000 unit container ships. When they're vast, as you'd have seen on the telly, no doubt. They take up a lot of port space, and it takes days to unload them. So if they're stooging up the channel, they're constantly in touch with all the ports on the way about what's going on. If they radio up to Harwich and say, right, we'll be there tomorrow afternoon, if Harwich say, sorry, we haven't got a berth for you, then they'll radio up Rotterdam or Hamburg or something like that and find out where to go. Because it's on their list, they need to go there. But rather than hang around for ages, they'll go to where they can and offload. So Dale, sitting in Margate, is checking his maritime tracker app and then sees his pallet of, or his container loads of new kits. Instead of turning left into Harwich, they turn right into mainland Europe, and he's then got to, oh my God, I've got another 2-week delivery on these. So they can never be that, can't be tied down to when they arrive. So suddenly it might be that these were not expected till the new year, but they've come along. And it's like, okay, well, we'll put them into stock and we'll announce them. And I think, or they should have been here in August originally, but they haven't got here until now. But he thought, I can't announce it. I'll just leave this, as it's the third boxing of the tool, the 2021 tooling. It's fine. It's not a big woohoo, but it would be nice to throw in as an extra, as it were. And that's what they've done with it. What they've done also is they've used, if those of you who bought the first kit back in 21, there's a big hoo-ha over the design of the Bolsh bomb bay. The back end of the bomb bay had 2 cutouts in it that weren't supposed to be there because they belong to the TT-35, the target tug version, which is what they scanned at the De Havre Museum, and someone let that go through as the bomber version. And so now they actually are using the target tug stuff and say, hey, we meant to do this all along. So they put in new stuff in the kit for the target towing equipment. But they've also put a £4,000 cookie bomb in there. So if you're doing the bomber version, you can put the 4,000 pounder in as well instead of the 4 individual bombs. So it's not a new kit. It's the third release of the 2021 kit. That's been the B16 and then the PR, whatever. And now they're doing this.
See, I like the target tug colour scheme. I think that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And any pilot who's flown target tugs, as not duty pilot on the target tug, will tell you that's a very helpful thing to have. The stock phrase being, for God's sake, I'm pulling the target, not pushing it. So they did paint. I mean, some of them, like the Defiant, I think, and they did Harvard's or something like that. And they were all over black and yellow stripes, and they looked beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Oh, you've got the same decal sheet. Excellent, good man. No, don't run away. I'm glad you got it, mate. Box clue, 5 behind then, Nick. Oh dear. Oh, that's going to upset him. He's going to upset about that. Mark Smart, it's the drum, the sound of your head after drinking what I assume is incoherent juice. Soju. Oh, soju. That's strong. Strong spirits from South Korea. Have happy memories drinking that then. David, good evening, gentlemen. Just about to finish up Airfix Typhoon starter set as Blackjack. Just got a few decals to apply and be finished over the next few days. Excellent. Not a bad starter set, actually, the new Typhoon. The similar to screams of doing a vignette of an airborne refueling with a Buccaneer. Yeah, I mean, it's something that I have always, if I had room to hang kits. Oh, I do. Oh, yeah. I actually do now, and it's my room, so I've always felt like doing like a whole range of Esper refueling ones, of like things like a KC-135 refueling a B-52 or something like that, and streams of things being refueled from the VC-10s and whatever. So yeah, that would be cool. That'd be pretty cool. General rum fuddled silliness and hilarity in shoes. Excellent. Glad to hear. Mine's Asahi fuddled, but yeah, that's the same effect.
Julian's just sent you a link to the Tamir D520 on Facebook, on the chat, on our chat thing.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Thanks, Julian. I do like it. You got the vintage NA39 boxing of the Buccaneer from the 60s. Yeah, I've got one. That's right. In fact, I built one some time ago. It was from the age when Airfix kits were toys rather than model aeroplanes. Okay, so the wing fold, you actually pull the wings slightly and you can fold them and put them down, push them back in. The nose cone can be turned round, which it used to have to do in order to get on the lifts.
Yeah.
Especially. Unfortunately, the hinge for the nose cone is like massive. It's like so unreal. It's so nonsense. So historically, it's a nice kit, but it's a terrible, terrible, terrible model of a Mark I Buccaneer. But it's an interesting thing.
This is sort of a two-part one. So you read the first one, then we'll go to the second one. So
the new parts should have been out on 21.
21st, I think.
21st. Not holding them back to you now, charging them £25 for the whole kit. I mentioned this on Brit Model and got banned answering some personal abuse. Well, there's no, it's wrong you get personal abuse. There's no point. And it doesn't make anyone's argument better by making things personal. That's just stupid and very weak of them. And that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They release these things and some people like them, some people don't, but
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it is. I mean, they do this and I don't know. It's a business, I guess. I hope they're smart enough to see when they get things right and when they get them wrong, and not to repeat the wrong things, which would be useful. But like not putting the wrong kind of Jaguar in the box and things like that. They're possibly the most frustrating model company in the world right at the moment because they've got the ability to produce outstanding things. The 148th Jaguar, the Gannet, the Liberator, the Anson, 148 Anson, one of my favourite things they've ever built. They've put out the new Typhoon, the starter kit Typhoons, the starter set aircraft in general. They've got the ability to produce amazing stuff, and then just when you think that's it, they've cracked it, they go and do something monumentally stupid.
Yeah.
And you think it's almost like you don't want a good reputation. It is just so frustrating. And said this to Dale, and he's just sort of, you can see him struggling between agreeing wholeheartedly and giving the official answer, which is his job to do, is to give the official answer. He knows very well
they've messed
what
up.
the situation is. He's very aware of it, and it must
almost
really infuriate. Yeah, and there's some things that are just out of his control, and you can just imagine him sitting there going, "Why now? Why have they done that?" But you know,
it's almost like they're stopping 10 foot before the finish line, shooting themselves in the foot.
Absolutely, absolutely. They absolutely could be right up in the top of the best of the world, alongside. People say, "Oh no, never liked me." I think yes, they can be liked me. They can be ICM. They can be any of these kits you'd care to think of as the best in the business. They can do it. It's just they need to really start hammering into quality control and double checking everything. Just what other companies do. You know? Yeah, still mad to think the Mozzie could carry more than the Flying Fortress, absolutely. But then Flying Fortress could go further, and it had an awful lot more guns on it. Yeah, okay, there you go, Joe. Going to get the Mozzie because the TT is very interesting. I think it is. Already done the PR version and did the bomber version for your late grandfather. Excellent. Yeah, I've built the other two once as well. The Broady target tugs are normal coloured hawks. Well, that's dangerous. That was a target tug. Yes, it was indeed. Actually managed to shoot down a target tug by accident in 1947. Oh, that's a very popular thing to be doing. Very popular. So many airfix shields trying to gaslight people when they call airfix out. It's really down to Hornby milking a £3 screw of parts for 25 quid. It's a disgrace. Yeah. That's the other thing. As much as we talk about airfix, of course, they are part of the Hornby empire, and Hornby have their own things going on as well. Yeah.
And with the airfix shills thing, problem is a lot, especially YouTubers, they want to get deals and things like that with these big companies and stuff. And unfortunately, sometimes people forget that there's more important things.
Yeah.
Like integrity.
Absolutely.
Rob's asking if you enjoyed the sumo again.
I did. Thank you, Rob. Yes. I love the sumo. Thank you so much. Oh, Dave, just a quick visit to say thank you for the gifted membership. Well, look out for the video on Saturday, Dave. James says the Royal Aussie Air Force Mosquito target tuck had a dorsal turret. Now that you see, there's a good way of dealing with it. You shoot at me, I'll shoot at you. That's fair game.
Yeah.
Oh, your Learjets are target tugs to the Royal Korean Air Force. You do feel the shells hitting the drogue. Oh my god.
Not sure what Julian's trying to say, but
Mike Gay and Mikey. Is the all over black not working for you, Julian? Sorry, mate. I skimmed read the FX blog and I think they didn't know Mosquito had Bombay issue until it was released. But yeah, but this is the thing, Jacob. This is the other problem, just like with the Jaguar. They didn't know until they released the vintage Classics Jaguar that they put the wrong fuselage in the kit. They put a French Jaguar A in there, which doesn't have the chisel nose of laser rangefinder nose that's so characteristic of the British GR1. Which is what it's supposed to be, because that's what's on the box. The point is, I guess, not that someone made a mistake and originally, but no one along the whole line of checking the integrity of the molds, doing test shots, doing test builds, checking against the instruction sheets and all of that. None of that highlighted the fact they had the wrong fuselage part. That's what's so annoying. If they'd have done that and then said, "Oh, do you know what? We were going to release the Jaguar this year. We can't now do it till spring next year."
Yeah.
For reasons, and left it at that. Everyone said, "Oh, typical Airfix," right? But everyone would have been fine with that because they wouldn't look idiots. They wouldn't look amateurish. Yeah. But letting it go through all of those checks they're supposed to do, especially with a vintage classic where you don't just release it, you have to do tests of the molds to make sure they're good enough and they work with the current plastics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they didn't pick it up. That's the stupid thing. And that's the attention to detail that Airfix need to get right if they're to be considered at the same level as Tamiya, at the same level as ICM, because those guys produce detail, accuracy, and it's part of the whole deal is everything's done correctly.
Yeah.
I'm sure Tamiya make mistakes, but what happens is they stay inside Tamiya, they don't get released to the public.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Well, the one thing I've always liked with ICM is every time you buy a kit, there's always a little leaflet that says, even if your dog's eating the part, we'll replace it for free.
Absolutely.
No matter what the reason.
And from what I understand, they're really, really quick about doing it. Which, again, if we go back to what we saw on Facebook over the last few days, when one wall of their building is missing, thanks to Vladimir, you think, do you know, if these guys can bloody do it, really,
a company in the same country should be able to.
Yeah. But the other problem is, of course, ICM do everything. Apart from the print material, they do everything. So they're molding the stuff themselves. So if they see an issue on the mold, they change the mold and they retest it because everything's there. They don't have to ship it to India to test it, or get it done in China and then test it in India, or reshot in China as a test and then ship the molds to India and then start running them with people who do batch quality control, not individual quality control.
Yeah.
Another thing, another bugbear of mine. Should be done with machine vision. It would not be happening. So, I don't know. The surprise release of Airfix must have Airfix learned from Telford last year when they released the Seeking Jungly at the same time as New Lizzie, and it was ignored. Possibly that's the thing, Robert. But again, I think they have taken on board the criticism they've had in the past of saying, hey, this kit's coming, it's a new release, and you can have it, well, when it gets here, frankly, I'm not entirely sure where they are yet. I think they're waiting for, with these sort of second and third, what they call CapEx 2 and 3 releases, I think they're waiting more for them to be actually in the warehouse and then announce them, because it's only the brand new things they want to announce and then say it will be launched in a month's time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They must realise it's damaging their brand by now.
Totally. And I suspect there are some interesting conversations go on at Margate all the time about this. Bob says, all this talk of Mozzies have to be itching to start your 124th Airfix one. Ooh, that's big. Yes, and it is. You scared yourself. Of course you would. It's a big old thing, but I'm sure it's beautiful. Ben's still waiting for the anti-shipping Mozzie with the 6-pounder Mollins gun. Yeah, that would be cool. I'm sure they'll do that one day. It's very, very popular. Isn't it a classic kit from the 70s?
The Jaguar, I think.
The Jag, yes, it is. It is a vintage classics. It's released as a vintage classics kit. Yeah, there was 72nd scale one. Yeah, exactly, Jacob. Once they fix these issues, it's quality control. It's getting it right first time and checking and double checking and rechecking before it gets released.
It's another reason, for YouTube, doing YouTube and possibly not trying to keep up with the Joneses as well.
Right.
Because that way, then you don't have to worry about these things.
Possibly.
And let's face it, if everyone's making, all the YouTubers are making the same video at the same time, 6 months down the line, those videos are pretty much dead. Yeah. But if you bring one out 6 months later, that's the one that's going to get the attention.
Yeah. Absolutely. picked up the Vintage Classics Lockheed Hudson. Okay, and they have Irish Air Corps decals for it. Excellent. Good for you. Good for you. Oh, so Hudson's come out now. Been researching undercarriage upgrades as apparently the styrene is marginal to carry the weight. Oh, on the Mozzie, I'm pretty sure it will be. Yeah. The Belvedere kit should never have been reissued as a Vintage Classics. Even back in the day, it was a dog of the kit. Yes, I've got one. I haven't actually even opened the box. Have I? No, I have opened the box. I haven't built it. I know someone else is probably going to be doing a Belvedere eventually, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, I'll try it one day just for fun. Airfix is near ICM in terms of quality detail engine. The QC issues are the most outstanding problems. Absolutely. Absolutely right.
I would say quality control and shipping issues aside, the only thing that really separates ICM and Airfix is the subject matters. Really, because they've got pretty much the same level of detail now.
Yeah. Jane, don't Airfix get a test build done by a proper modeler? I don't know about a test build, but they normally get builds done so that they've got photographs to do.
Nick's just answered it.
Don't also. Airfix Proctor, none of the new Vintage Classic Dragon models were built because they didn't arrive in time for magazine release. They used the old GR1 kits, not the Indian molds.
That's a massive faux pas.
But
all it would have taken was them to build one of them.
Yeah, but the old GR1 kits, they would have had to have been the very, very first release of the GR1, but that didn't have the chin sensors that the Jaguar A has, and that's what the plastic is. So I'm not entirely convinced by what Airfix are saying there, to be honest. I just for my sense of sanity, I'm going to ask Dale about this, but I know that whatever he says will have to be off the record.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they have enough old GR1 kits just lying around, because they don't do that. Warehousing's too expensive for them to have them just sitting there. They would have, because they do new decals, they would have to get the boxes to India or get the decals sent to the UK, and they don't do packaging here. Everything's done in India. So India do the pressings. All the print is actually probably most of the print is printed there. The decals get shipped there from Cartograph. They do all the boxing in India, and then ship completed kits over to the UK in the containers. So I don't know where the old GR1 kits have come from. They're not in the Indian company. They're not going to be in the Airfix warehouse because they can't afford to have 2,000 or 3,000 old GR1s from 15, 20 years ago lying around in there. They've shipped them out years ago. So I don't know. And it's not the same kit anyway. It's not the original GR1 with the chisel nose or the pointy nose, because the pointy nose GR1 didn't have a chin sensor, and these ones got chin sensors, which is the Jaguar A mold. So, yeah, I don't know what Airfix are coming. I think they're trying to get an official line there. And again, if they were worried about having them in time for the magazine release, then they should have made one of them for the magazine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think Airfix are trying to spin out of this one, and I don't believe it myself. I really don't. I'm definitely going to have words about this. But I know that I do respect it when I say to him, look, Dale, I'm recording this, you're on the record, or Dale, I'm asking this, you're on the record.
Yeah.
If I actually need to know something, I'll have to say, Dale, this is between you and me, and I have to respect that because I like working with him. I don't want to dump him in. But I don't believe that myself. My speculation is no, they just didn't do their job properly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Somebody fluffed up somewhere.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. I mean, the thing is, Airfix is a profitable business. Unfortunately, Hornby isn't necessarily as profitable as it likes to, and Airfix is frankly carrying other parts of the business.
Which raises the question: is one day they're going to look for someone to buy out Airfix because they can't afford to have an entire company except for one department failing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I think Hornby Trains is having a lot of problems. I don't know about Scale Extra. I don't know how well they're doing.
I'm not sure Scale Extra is as popular as it used to be.
But I don't know enough about the business but I know Airfix is doing well. And this place is run by a venture capitalist, and if someone comes along with enough money, and says, I will buy Airfix off of the brand, I'll buy Airfix off of Hornby for this amount of money, and it's the right amount of money, I can see them going, thanks very much. And we'll just sell off the rest and cut our losses and get out of the business. And a lot of parts of Hornby will go as a result. Yeah.
Which would be a shame because it's a British institution, isn't it? But
totally.
How capitalism works.
But I know there's a lot of things Dale would love. Dale would love his own sales force, dedicated Airfix sales force, but he doesn't have one. He has a Hornby Hobbies sales force, and he's said that on in the past on camera to me. Yeah, that I would like to have my own sales team.
Yeah. Well, they deserve it because they've come a long way over the last few years.
Absolutely, and also because the businesses are expanding, you've got to have people who know that range and deal with that range and know the shops. Yeah. Sort of listen to Alex Mann, who runs a business and deals with Hornby. And that's one of these massive frustrations is the Hornby Hobby sales structure. Yeah. He would much rather just deal with Airfix. Yeah. Because then they know, everyone knows what they're talking about, if you like, I don't know. Point was presumably the original list of the Jag was the wrong fuselage, it just got copied. No, there's several versions because the very, very first one had a pointed nose, just plain pointed nose. Then the next version that came out had the chisel nose with the laser rangefinder, the one that actually enters service as a GR1, I guess, or GR1A. The French had a different version with a needle nose but a sensor under the nose, and I think someone will correct me if I'm wrong, I hope, but I think the Indian Air Force took essentially the French approach and had a needle nose with a separate sensor. But they did all this. I think the mold that they've got is a Hele mold from.
Funny you should say that because Jack Daniels has just said the same thing.
Oh, there you go. I think the Indian Air Force ones are based on the French version because I think the laser rangefinder system was very secret squirrel, and it's not the one that got sold to India in the Jaguar International, I think. But the kit that the pictures I've seen of the fuselage is a Jaguar A, and the Jaguar A was released by Hele in I think about 93 or so, and that was a retool. So it might be that they've got the original Airfix molds and re-engineered them to the Jaguar. I don't think they have, but it's a possibility. The original Airfix one had a separate piece for the nose, so you could make multiple versions, but this one doesn't. So there you go. Ben says, you see the spruce clear as day being a Jaguar A. There you go. Yeah. Obviously, a lot of your kits bought off eBay for research purposes. That's a very good point. It could be if there are delays, so just get a few off eBay. So this is the one we're reshooting. So,
because they'd obviously have the designs for the box, so they just print off a box off the computer.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, that's part of the Vintage Classics ethos. is they have to have the original box art on a photograph, like a 5x4 production transparency of the original box art.
Yeah.
And yes, they just do of the actual basic art, not the actual box itself, because that's got a cutout saying Jaguar or whatever, but the actual Roy Cross box art.
Yeah.
And then they use that to scan it and put it into the modern, and put all the vintage logos. That's one of the criteria for selecting Vintage Classics releases, is they have to have a copy of the original box art.
Yeah, so to photograph the new box, if they didn't have one, all they'd have to do is get one off eBay, scan it in, and then just print it off and stick it to the outside of the box. Yeah.
Well, if it's for magazines, I'll just send them pictures as if our photographers did this. But it's making the kits themselves. If they're doing built examples to add, and they haven't actually got any yet because they're still on a pallet somewhere on their way in, still in the south of Spain or something, stooging along. Yeah, why not go on eBay, buy up as many, like 2 or 3 old kits, because you think this is the one we've reshot, this particular kit, and build them. And then you find out, actually, it's the wrong one that we've sent to India.
It is what it is.
Yep, absolutely, James. That's the way things go, sadly, these days. They're all businesses, bottom line. They're all boxes and businesses.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there are. One thing is that Airfix are not high on trusting people with stuff, which is why I never know. They never ever send. They did it once or no, twice. They sent out embargoed releases, and they weren't over brand new kits. They were like reboxings. I think they were just testing the water to see if anyone jumped before the embargo. They haven't done it since. Now, I don't know whether that meant someone did jump before the embargo, or that they just thought, I don't know whether it. But that's why I never know. They could release something at Telford. Dale will probably say to me, right, we're releasing this on Friday. We're announcing it on Friday, the day before the show. Yeah. There's going to be stock available at the show. But if you can come in on the Friday during the setup, I can let you have a look at the box. That's what happened last year with the Lysander. So I was able to film a box review of it literally on their stand because they had one there. And then I had to go back and edit it at the Premier Inn. That may well happen, but I don't want until that day. The year before, when they released the Messerschmitt 410, I was actually standing next to a Messerschmitt 410, the one and only one at Cosford, where my phone pinged, and I just that week released a video about building the Italeri ME410, and then great, there's a brand new Airfix one. Fantastic, thanks, Dale. Thanks, mate. Let me know that.
You can see why they're so protective of it. Look at what happened with the iPhone 17 recently. Somebody put a video out about that before it had been released. And it cost
someone put out a video about the ME410 because they wanted stock for Telford, and one of the larger companies gave it to one of their regular customers and said, hey, make this. Why don't you make this and put a video out, because Airfix are releasing it on Friday. Fortunately, it was someone who didn't have a large viewership. It went out and it pissed off a lot of people, including me. They're going, well, thanks to that. Hey, don't bother telling me about it. And laughingly, don't tell me about it. And I've done someone else's ME410 this week. By the way, what's this I hear about this video coming out this week? And you're, oh, geez, I'm so sorry. Look, here's one. Take that away with you. He shouldn't be having to do that. But if he's got to learn to trust people to keep their mouth shut. And I've said to him, I'm happy to sign an NDA. I'm happy to sign an agreement with you. So you sue me if I screw up. I'm happy for that. But it would just be nice to be able to know what's going on, to plan things. But he can't. He can't do it. And it's probably not his decision. It's probably Hornby. Because of the Hornby TT scale, the tabletop scale. They had that problem.
But again, with Hormy and the trains, again, they got the problem is they're ridiculously overpriced for what they are. That's why you got a lot of the second-hand markets booming now.
Yeah. Here we go. James has answered it. It's Trafalgar Day. The Jag mess up his Hele getting revenge for the defeat. Absolutely. That's probably what it is, mate. Yes, there'll be the original molds. They did have a blanking panel to fit the GR1 nose in. Originally, I've seen it in the instructions. You can get the instructions on scale, mate. So you can see that's the approach they did. But the Hele kit has got a completely different fuselage. It hasn't got a blanking panel. So I think they've used the Hele molds. And of course, Hele and Airfix were, really, really close back in the day.
Yeah.
Hey, Tiff's now a member. Woohoo! Excellent. Glad to hear it. Yes, some of the that's someone did say that the wrong Airfix Jags will be collectible because they're the wrong thing. Any of these printed things that stamps that are misprinted are very valuable. Yeah. Early Indian Jags had the French nose, so the pointy Jag international one. Oh, later ones had the laser. Okay, cool. They do release some new moldings for modelers before launch to get them built. They know they can trust the editor of the Airfix magazine, or was it model, whatever magazine they always go there. Stuart, who's the editor, they know he can trust him because he was an intelligence officer in the Royal Air Force, so they know he can keep a secret. So yes, they do, and they work. I think Paramjet builds a lot of kits for them for photography as well.
Yeah, I mean they can trust them because they'll lose their job if they mess it
up. Exactly. And yes, they do work. And I know people who build these things for various magazines, and they're under certain agreements. And it's very, very strict, but it's very, very limited.
Yeah.
And yes, these are people who know if I screw this up, I will not get invited to do this again, and that's a lot of money I'm going to lose.
Yeah.
So. Good night, Dane. Thanks for joining in, mate. Good to see you. Good we go. Yep. Good to see you too. Sorry we're ranting on about Airfix Jaguars. Hope it's not too boring. But it took the time up. It used up the time. Hey. If you look at the tail and Jag, you can see the blanking line for the radar warning receiver. It should be, yeah. Fuses, yes, the nose and the tail are different. Absolutely. Absolutely. Damien, absolutely. Well, they're essentially. There is a lot of things people would like Airfix to re-release, and they can't because Hele actually own the molds. A lot of the cars, for example, the car series, most of those were Hele molds. Oh, it was you who said it would be collectible. Yes, but you're right, Damien. I hope you've got one or two. Haven't tangled the Airfix Jag kit. They have the Hasegawa ones, which are fine as is. The Italeri one's pretty cool. The 1/48 scale Jaguar kit is awesome. It is so nice. The 1/72 is really old. Really old. 1971-ish, I think. My dad said he knew a friend of a friend of a friend who did a few test builds for Airfix a while ago. Yeah, there we go. Oh. David of the Valleys, hi everyone. Been watching the background because I was late in, and welcome, Tiff. Indeed so. Indeed so.
And that brings us to 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, I know. I've got Bake Off to watch. I know, you wouldn't believe it, would you? I love Bake Off. I'm sorry.
Just imagine you in your apron and chef's hat.
Well, I've got my apron here. I don't have a chef's hat. I do have a chef's jacket, actually. Oh, Hamish has been let out. So I do have an apron. Yes, but I do like watching Bake Off. I don't bake anymore. But anyway, wonderful to see everyone. Mark Evans late again. Well done, mate. Well done. Oh, James, have I remembered to apply for my press pass? I have replied, and I have got my press pass. for Saturday. It doesn't work on Friday, so I need to check out with them on Fridays how I'm going to be getting in, if I need to get in. If Dale tells me I should be getting in. But otherwise, yes, I do have a press pass, thank you, for Saturday. And my IPMS membership gets me in on Sunday when it's not busy anyway. So that'd be cool. So, yeah, thank you all very, very much for turning up. Hope you enjoyed the show. I know we didn't have a very, very long guesswork on the kits, the XF, basically first guess back of the net.
All about 10 seconds.
Absolutely brilliant. Hopefully next time will be a little bit longer. The next one is about the 6th, I think, 6th of November.
4th. No, sorry, 6th.
6th of November, excellent. Okay, it's not the 5th because it's not just bonfire night, but it's Joe's birthday, my stepson's birthday, so that'll be good. So 6th of November is the next one, just before the Telford show, as I say. But thank you all so very, very much for coming on. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for spending a couple of hours in our company, and I hope you've had a really, really good time. I know I have. Huge thanks, as usual, to Julian for backing us up on checking all of the facts and making sure we're not talking any more rubbish than is strictly necessary. And, of course, a huge thanks to himself, Mikey, for keeping me in control and for moderating the whole experience for us all. Thank you all for watching. Have a brilliant, brilliant time until... there'll be a video out tomorrow, by the way, and a few other things happening in the week. So see you around on the channel. Thanks for watching. Good night for the moment.